Hi fam, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jennifer Ngomalo. So I am bringing you into my payday routine. Now this is something that I normally preach or I basically talk about, and I encourage people to have. Just beyond your budgeting, you also need to have systems that allow you to be on top of your finances. And for me, having a payday routine allows me to do that. It allows me to be able to actually fully effect my budget. Make sure that if I said that I wanted to do this and that, I wanted to put money away for this, I wanted to pay for this, am I really doing that? And for me, having a payday routine allows me to do that. Now I'm hoping that you guys can see me clearly because I am sitting, the camera is quite far, but I wanted you to be able to see that I have what I have in front of me, even though I will bring you closer so that you can kind of, fully see what am I working with here. But for now, I just wanted to first intro this video, and it is some form of a vlog type of a video because I just got paid. You know what? Let's just switch off this TV. It's disturbing me. Because I just got paid, I also wanted to do my payday routine with you guys. So in front of me here, I've got my Every Cent financial journal, and I've already taken time to go over my month of February. Now, the way that I've been so busy, I've been so busy with work and most of the time exhausted and tired, it's been a bit challenging for me to kind of give attention to the things that matter to me. And for me, my finances, they matter a lot for me. It's also the source of, it's also my business, finances, money, it is my business. So since I realized that I've got some time, I decided that, let me actually go into the month, look at what is it that I want to work on in terms of my action list or my goals, and then look at my budget and also start planning in terms of how am I going to execute this. So the first thing that I did when I looked at my budget is, firstly, I looked at my entire income for the month of February. I've received a chunk of, not all of it, but I've received a sizable portion of my income for the month. And if you do not know, I have multiple sources of income. I don't just have my source of income as my job. My job is not my only source of income, but I've got multiple sources of income. And I love that. I love that so much because it gives me a certain control over my finances, and it allows me to fast track my progress when it comes to the things that I'm able to do. So I have received my income. I just got paid, and then I also did receive a portion of my income, which is the YouTube and the business one together, but I haven't received my YouTube income, and also the other income I haven't received. There's something that I'm going to receive at the end of the month. So what I then did was I sat down, and I'm not going to obviously show you my total income, but I sat down and I broke my income down. How much is it in total? Okay. And then I got a sense of that. And then I said, okay, now that I know that, let me then minus all of the money that I've actually said that this is how much money I'm going to spend for the month of February. This is committed money. So I subtracted all of the committed money just to see if what I'm expecting to receive minus what I've committed, where is it putting me? Is it putting me on a positive balance, or is it putting me on a negative balance? And it put me on a positive balance, and I'll still be left with some money, which is good because then I still also, there's my daughter's birthday that is coming up, so I need to also put some money away for that. If at least I can have about 2,000 for her birthday, I'll be fine. So that is the first thing that I did when it comes to my budget. So this for me gives me a good sense of, okay, this is what is likely, this is how my finances are going to look for the month of February. So as I'm going into the spending portion now, because already we're in the month, I've already gotten paid, a portion of my income. But the most important thing now is, with my spending, where is it going to put me? Is it going to put me in a positive balance or a negative balance? Am I going to be within budget or not? So as I'm going in the spending, I'm going to be making sure that I am not finding myself whereby I am on a negative balance, or I am overspending, or beyond just overspending, that I do not find myself having to be over budget, because then that will mean that I have spent more than what I have budgeted, or I did not stick to my plan. So that's the first thing that I needed to get out of the way. So I've already done that. As I said, I've already done that. Another thing that I then looked at is, okay, now that I know that I'm on a positive balance, I need to also understand, where does this income come in? They don't all come in one bank account. So I needed to understand where each one goes in, so that I know which one that I will have to transfer from which account to which account. And also I needed to also get a full view of when am I going to receive this income. That way it makes it easy for me to then break down my budget. Now, what do I mean when I say break down my budget? Now, for me, some of you, this might not be complicated, because you might find that your sources of income, they all come at the same time. But if you're a person that has multiple sources of income, maybe you've got properties that you're renting out, you've got your salary, you've got other things that you're doing, you will find that finding a balance in all of these things becomes difficult. Understanding when is this one coming in, okay, once it has come in, what is it going to take care of, becomes difficult. And that is why I feel like when you have multiple sources of income, it is easier to find yourself being over budget, because as the money is coming in and out in different times, if you do not get hold of that and get a full understanding of where that money is supposed to be, you'll find yourself having to spend that money on things that you did not plan to spend that money on, or things that you just did not even think that you wanted to spend money on. But because you got this money coming in, it makes you feel like you've got money. I don't know if you're getting my point. It makes you feel like you've got a lot of money, and so you go on a spending spree, So for me, this month, I wanted to be very intentional. You remember January, how I was feeling about my finances. And I know you guys said I'm just being so hard on myself. And I honestly do think that I'm being so hard on myself, because we were moving in February, beginning of February, we were moving. And some of the money that I had in January, I had to also spend. We had to spend a lot of money in the moving of this. So I had what you guys were saying, to say, give yourself a break, and don't be so hard on yourself. Made a lot of sense, because at the end of the day, there was a lot that was happening in January. Kids going back to school, a lot of things that was just happening in January that led to me feeling like my finances were out of control. But more than anything, it was because I was not implementing my system. I never sat down and did my payday routine. I never sat down and did my cash stuffing. So we're going to do that today. We're going to definitely set ourselves up for success in the month of February. Okay, so now that I got that out of the way in terms of my income, when is it coming in, and so forth, what I then did was I then said, okay, in the income that I've already received, so that is from my job, and then there is also so that will be from my job as well as the other income. I tallied that together and said, okay, what is the total, right? And then I asked myself, okay, from that total, from that money, what are the things that I'm going to be taking care of? What are the things that I'm going to be paying for, so that I make sure that that income is fully allocated into the committed things that I want to do in the month of February? So I then went into my budget. I'm going to bring you guys closer so that you can see what I'm talking about. But I went into my budget and I put dots with the mustard pen. So the mustard pen would be the things that I'm going to be paying for now with the income that I already have. So I put my mustard pen on all of those things, so that I know that, okay, with this income, I'm going to have to pay for these things. And then with my red pen, I then went and dotted all of the things that I am not going to be taking care of now, but I'll be taking care of later on in the month, once the other income has clocked into my bank accounts. So this for me gives me a good idea of, okay, from the income that I already have, how much do I need to allocate? How much am I going to be spending, and what am I going to be spending on? And then what are the things that are going to be left for me to take care of later on in the month? So that is something something that I did, and I did that off camera, and I'm glad that I did that because it gave me a good sense of direction. It gave me so much confidence in just knowing that, you know what, you've got this. You've got this. Guys, as much as I do a lot of financial content and I talk to you guys about finances and so forth, but I do know this. For me as well, I'm a human being. And for me, I share my journey here. I'm not a financial expert. I'm not a financial advisor, by the way. You know, I'm just a girl next door. I'm just a girl that is working so hard to make sure that she's on control of her finances, that is working so hard so that she achieves financial freedom. So for me, that is the whole idea behind everything that I do. I want to be able to achieve financial freedom. And for me to be able to achieve financial freedom, I need to be on top of my finances. And that is what I share on this platform with you. I try my best to not come off here as an expert of something, but rather a student of life as well. Someone who is also learning and exploring just as you are. It's just that I have this platform. Okay, so now that we've gotten that explanation out of the way, or basically that understanding out of the way, it puts me in a better position now, because then I know that how is it that I'm going to execute this budget. You know, it's a lot of things, but I need to make sure that all of these things are taken care of by the end of this month. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I want to go to my budget under my cash stuffing and note the things that I am going to be withdrawing money for today. Today, I'm going to pass by the bank, withdraw money so that I can come back later and cash stuff. And then I also want to do the deposits into my banking, into my investments and savings. So there's something that we are going to do together. So I need to put that money away, and then also transfer some money in from my main account into my secondary account, which is FNB, so that I know that the money is there. Because when I put money into my investments, like when I put money into Frank and my stock falls, basically Frank, I use FNB. I found that it does not work with Capitec, so I use FNB. So I need to figure out how much money I need to transfer from my Capitec account into my FNB account. That way I know that come time that I'm going to be doing the transferring, or basically the paying into those, the paying myself and the other things that take from FNB, I know that the money is there. So the first thing first, we're going to first note how much money am I going to be withdrawing today. How much money am I going to be withdrawing today? And then we're also going to we're going to do the transfer, figure out which money is going where and how. So I'm going to bring you closer, and then we're going to come back again there, and we're going to just not close off this video, because after I'm done with this, we're going to head on over to the shops, because there are things that I want to get. Just to brief you on that, I want to buy curtains and a dish rack for the kitchen. So as you can see, there are windows in our kitchen. 3 windows. Our kitchen has 3 windows, and they all don't have curtains. And we thought of buying blinds. We're still gonna buy blinds, but we need to order those. But we're just gonna get something that will cover that up. So I'm gonna head over to Mr. Price and see what I can find. Basically just curtains for the kitchen, and then also the dish rack, because we do not have that. I got rid of mine because mine was run down. So that's also a new addition into my budget. But besides that, let's come back and let's figure this budget out, and then we're going to continue talking. So what I've done is, everywhere where it's mastered, it's going to be all the money that I'm going to be taking care of with my current income that is already knocked into my bank account. And then anything with the red dot, this pen, this one, these ones, this one, half of that, and this one, I'm going to take care of later on in the month with the other income. So what I'm going to do now is, now that we know that, I'm going to also note things that are going to come out later on. So the first one is that one and this one. They're going to come out later on in the month, as well as this one. So we need to only withdraw this one. So it's going to be 2,000 500 plus 2,000. So all in all, I need to withdraw 4.5. That's how much I need to withdraw today. Okay, so that's the first thing that I'm gonna do, and then I'm going to say FNB. The first thing that I take care of at FNB would be, okay, firstly, I know that on FNB I've got some money. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to say all of the things that I need to put at FNB and then minus the money that is already there, so that I can see how much money I need to add there. I need to transfer there. 1,100. So I need about 19,515 that I'm gonna have to transfer. So what I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna say minus the money that is already there. So I just need to transfer 10,615 to FNB. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna note those things down. So edu, it's 1,100. So now that we got that out of the way, we are going to do the transfer, and then I am also going to start doing the paying into my Frank account. So I'm going to be putting the money away for the education fund. You can see here, I'm going to be putting away this 1,100 for the education fund. That's for my daughter. And then I'm going to be putting money away for the holiday fund. We're going to be setting up here. We are going to be setting up the shared goal, and then we are also going to be putting money away on the emergency fund. So that is my plan for this month. Now that we are done with the issue of figuring out how I'm going to maneuver this, I feel good. I honestly feel good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go on my app, on my banking app, and I'm going to first do the transfer. Done. Okay, so I've done the transfer. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to now start putting money for things. So things that I need to pay for. A lot of these things, like I know that with my savings and stock files, I definitely need to be paying into those things. But then for the other things, they're debit orders. So I don't have to worry about those. And then also, I don't have to worry about those. So what I'm going to start doing first is I'm going to pay the money into the stock file. For those who do not know, I'm part of a stock file that pays out in January. So the reason for the stock file for us, or the reason why we are so committed to just make sure that we put money away on this, is because that money allows for us to pay for the entire year school fees for our daughter. So beginning of this year, we got paid, and then from that money, we're able to cover the whole year of school fees, and we're only left now with the aftercare. So that is what we then now pay for per month. But in terms of the school fees itself, it's already covered. So we save on that through a stock file. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go onto my app. I'm still on my app, and I'm going to pay 1,000 into that, and then we're going to note it here as we are making those payments. So I am going to go to the stock file, and then I'm gonna put away that 1,000. That's done. So I've paid for that. So I can actually come here and note that, or we'll come back and note it together. But that is done. And then the next thing that I need to also do is to send money to my mom. So as a family, we decided this year that we're going to do Holy Swan. So what we do is in 1 month, we will give money to that person. The second month, we'll give to the next person. And then the following month, we'll give to the next person. It's still not my rotation to me. My family decided to just, they decided together, and then they just told me, Ntombazane, we are playing Holy Swan. Please be part of it. So I caved. So, and it's not that I need Moholi Swade anyway. I don't like him Holy Swade, but because it's a family thing, and I like it when my family is being intentional with their finances. I encourage that because I want them to be good with their finances. I want them to be on top of their finances. I want all of us to win at home. So obviously, when they say Holy Swan, let's play, girl, I was just like, you know what, it's fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to my app, my banking app, and I'm going to send money to mom because she's the next person that I need to send money to. So I'm gonna do that now. It's 1,000, by the way. Confirm payment, done. Okay, we've gotten that out of the way. So the next thing that we need to do, that's a notification. I'm looking at my thing in Jalo, by the way. I'm looking at this, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my FNB account, and I'm gonna pay into my Frank account. So for my Frank account, I put away from my daughter. So I invest for my daughter, guys. I do not have those policies for education. I don't roll like that. I just don't do policies. So I invest for my daughter, and then I'm also going to put money for my emergency fund. Now I'm gonna do it differently than what I did last month. Last month, if you remember, I went into my FNB app and then I paid into my Frank account. But now I realize that when I do that, I don't get to choose which account the money needs to go into. In my Frank app, I've got my emergency fund savings, I've got my emergency fund investment, and then I've got my child's education fund. But I've got these two things that are like mine. What I realized that when I do the payment from my banking app into the Frank app, it automatically takes the money into the main account, which was the first account that I created. So it gives me less control in terms of being able to put money exactly into the goal that I want it to go into. Unless I go into the app and I select the goal that I want to pay into, then I'm able to have control that way. So this month, I'm going to have to go that route where I go into the account that I want the money to go to and say deposit, and then do the deposit that way. So that's what I'm gonna do. But first, I'm gonna first pay into my daughter's account. I'm just gonna screenshot this because I don't mind for this one. Recipient, and then we're gonna make it 1,100. The one that I normally pay and clear. Nope, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna make a normal payment, okay? And then pay. Please confirm. Let me confirm the reference. Guys, always make sure that you confirm the reference when you are making deposits, any form of a payment. Please always confirm that the reference is correct and the account is correct. I already have the Frank investment account set up on my FNB app, so I don't need to do that, but I do need to confirm the reference because I've got two references, one for my daughter, second one is for me. Okay? So that is done with that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to my emergency fund savings, and I'm going to say deposit, okay? And then I'm going to deposit via instant EFT, and then we're going to put 15,050 for the charges. and then we're going to say once off, and then you see now it's going to, that 50 rands is going to cover the fee, and then I'm going to say continue, and then I'm going to go to my FMB. Now obviously I'm going to blur this out because I don't want you guys seeing my things. Let me just stop recording. That's the first thing that I need to do. Pay. Let me quickly record. Okay, paid 15,100. Okay, your deposit has been received. We're processing your investment. Good, 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 good. That's done. Okay, let's go back to my portfolio. Let's see where we are. We are on, I know that we are over on one. We've reached the target of one. Oh, this feels so good. It feels so freaking good. Like, oh my goodness. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. What? Highway now, focus. Do you see that? Oh my god, it feels so freaking good to finally be on 100k on Frank Group, guys. Like, it feels so freaking good. And you know what? It's giving me that motivation to say, keep going, girl. Keep going. So as you can see now, I just want to show you. As you can see, I'm going to put my screen here actually. As you can see now, I've got the money, the one that I wanted the money to go into the savings account, not into the investment. Because remember, the goal for my savings account is to reach 30,000. So once we reach 30,000 on my savings account, then I'm good. And then we're going to continue, we're going to come back and beef up the normal emergency fund investment. Then after that, we'll be done. So that is done. Feels good to be done with that. Oh, my leg. Okay, it feels good to be done with that part, ne? So now the next thing, let me just stop recording here and let me also log out. Okay, so the next thing, now I'm gonna go back to my budget and just kind of look at what have I done, what I haven't done. Or you know what I'm gonna do is, it's getting very dark. I'm going to put you back here, down here, and then we are gonna note the things that I've actively paid for. Ne? So I'm going to film with my phone. I'm gonna film with my phone. Okay. So we've done the education fund. So that is 1,100. That's done. And we've done the stock fill. Okay, I've done that. I've also paid 15,000. Yippee! Feels so good. Into my emergency fund, and I have also paid into Mholiswane. And then what else have I done? Let's go back up here. So this one, we've transferred money into that, or this one is going to take tomorrow, this one's going to take tomorrow, and then this one is also going to deduct on the thingy directly from the app, from my bank. And then these ones I'm going to take care of. Okay, this one I also need to pay for it. I need to actively pay for rent. And then for this one is for next payday, next pay run. And then I'm going to go and withdraw from money here and here. So 4.5 that I'm going to go and withdraw. And then I am going to, these ones are for later on in the month. And then I have about 2,000 that I'm going to spend on curtains. So this 2,000 now, it makes sense. Because when you say, I have about 6,000 something that is left on my banking app. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just figure out these monies, ne? So I'm gonna say 1,340 plus 500 plus 570. It becomes 2,400 plus the 2,000 it makes it 4,410. I'm still going to be left with 2,000. So I need to figure out what is that 2,000. What was it supposed to be for? I think it's supposed to be maybe for this, but I already put the holiday fund here. Okay, I'll figure that out later on or tomorrow once the other things have started deducting. And then maybe one of these things that I said I will pay for them later on in the month, I'll just pay using that money that will be left. But for now, I think I'm good with how things are. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna head on over quickly. So my camera is overheating, it's already switched off right there, so I'm able to see you from my camera as I'm putting my phone like this. Anyway, I was saying my camera is overheating, so I'm filming on my phone, and I'm hoping that the quality is just as good as in my camera. My camera is very good when it comes to quality. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna head on over to the shops. I need to go to Mr. Price Home, look for the curtains for the house, look for the thing for the dishes, and then I'm gonna quickly go pick up my daughter, and we're gonna come back home. And then I'm just gonna look at my budget later on and figure out that 2,000 that is just left unaccounted for, what is it for, and where can I allocate it, so that I make sure that that money is allocated towards the committed things that I need to do this month. Because if I don't do that, then I'm gonna end up spending that money, and I'm not gonna know what I spend it on, and it's gonna make me feel bad later on in the month when I do my monthly review. So I'm gonna figure that out later. But for now, because I'm running out of time, I'm just gonna head on over and pick up my daughter, do all the things that I need to do.
Yeah, better when you mad me. Yeah, you got better when you mad me, admit it. You said you done trusting, but you did it. Move low key, but I really know you with it. Why you nonchalant when you really got them digits? I'm obsessed, I'm like, yes, ain't no stress. You the best, I'm obsessed, I'm like, yes, ain't no stress. You the best. Look, how you get so good at being modest, girl, be honest. You said you done trusting these niggas, made yourself a promise. I hate to make you take it back. I've been getting paid for rap, ain't talking about the drums. When I tell you I can make it clap, had to make you wait for that. You intrigued with conversation, you be moving dolo, I'm intrigued and I'm in admiration. I can gas you up, but I don't think you need the validation. Still you looking good, natural without no operation. My old bitch tell you, your old too. Younger me, he wanted street stripes, but they wasn't blue. Now I'm banking on the sweet life when I'm next to you, giving you the credit.
Taking my my wallet, my mini wallet. It has the cards. Yeah, that is it. Okay, let me also get the car keys.
You the best, I'm obsessed, I'm like, yes, ain't no stress. You the best. Yeah, better when you mad me. Yeah, you got better when you mad me, admit it. You said you done trusting, but you did it. Move low key, but I really know you with it. Why you nonchalant when you really got them digits? I'm obsessed, I'm like, yes, ain't no stress. You the best, I'm obsessed, I'm like, yes, ain't no stress. You the best. Look, how you get so good at being modest, girl, be honest. You said you done trusting these niggas, made yourself a promise. I hate to make you take it back. I've been getting paid for rap, ain't talking about the drums. When I tell you I can make it clap, had to make you wait for that. You intrigued with conversation, you be moving dolo, I'm intrigued and I'm in admiration. I can gas you up, but I don't think you need the validation. Still you looking good, natural without no operation. My old bitch tell you, your old too. Younger me, he wanted street stripes, but they wasn't blue. Now I'm banking on the sweet life when I'm next to you, giving you the credit you deserve, cause it's overdue. You got better when you mad me, admit it. You said you done trusting, but you did it. Move low key, but I really know you with it. Why you nonchalant when you really got them digits? I'm obsessed. I'm like, yes, ain't no stress. You the best. I'm obsessed. I'm like, yes, ain't no stress. You the best.
Want you to fall in deeper. 보여줘 너의 미소. We're doing a rendezvous, baby, right now. I keep dreaming it's not enough. I pick you up every time we do. We play cause we know this feeling's new. I've feeling up, down, girl, since I met you. Oh no. Swimming over Malibu, I guess it's true. The fights of them is you. Swimming over Malibu, it's overdue. Cause the baddest of them is you. Swimming over Malibu, I guess it's true. The fights of them is you. My love, my love, my love.
So I am back. I hope that you can see me. So I am back from the shops and also picking up my daughter, and I hope that I'm showing properly there. So I wanted to quickly show you the things that I bought. Remember that I said I want to buy blinds, and I also want something for the dishes. So I did get one blind, this one. Did it show it though? Okay, I got this blind at I got it at Builders.
Black thing there.
This one, it's fine.
It's a light.
So I got this blind. For, we wanna test it, even though it's not the custom one. We want the custom one, but because that Builders where I went to, they were just so slow, the people that you order from. So I decided to just buy this one because we did check the size that we need, or the dimensions of the blinds that we need, and this one comes close, so that's why I picked it. But I decided to just get one, then we're gonna test it, we're gonna try it and see that if we're happy with it, then we'll buy another one. If we're not happy with it, we're going to return it. Okay, and then the other things that I got at Builders is these sponges for the dishes. I got these sponges for the dishes, and then I got this high duty tape for the pictures in my office, in the study, not my office, in the study. And then so I'm also gonna try to see if we can't use this, because I also got this one. It says no more nails. So I'm hoping that this is going to help us be able to mount this thing without having to drill the walls, because obviously we do not want holes on the walls, right? This one I'm going to use for the pictures. So we're going to see. I'm going to try this. And then okay, I got the things for the dishes. This one, it's quite big. There was another one which was smaller, and I felt like it's just too tiny. So I got this one. I like that it has this dish thing at the bottom to collect the water. So we'll see how that comes along. And then besides those things, which were actually the things that we needed, I also passed by Mr. Price, and these are things that were not budgeted for. But with everything together, I do think that it's around 2,000, or maybe slightly above 2,000, maybe 2,100. But my budget was 2,000 to just buy the blinds and the things for the dishes. But looking at the things that I bought here, then it's fine. If the blinds works, then I'm gonna wait for my partner to buy the other ones. But for me, I'm done. So I'm gonna share with you the things that are here. It's not a lot. The first one is this one. You saw me buying this one. It's so pretty, man. It has this gold detailing here, and not gold, silver detailing here. It's really nice. I like also the color of the broom. We don't have this right now in the house. I also got towels for wiping when I come out of the bath. They were on special. When you buy 3, you get 1 for free. So I got 4 4 bath towels. I mean, I'm happy about this. So it was 100, each one was 140. Each one is 140. And when you buy 3, you get 1 extra for free. So I'm happy about that. I also got a lamp for my daughter. We bought her a side lamp, but I had been struggling to find a globe that would go in her lamp. Finally found it today at Mr. Price. And then the last thing that I have here, which is very essential for our shower, it's this caddy right here. Let me go back. There it is. This was 300 rands. So I'm gonna put the things that need to go upstairs back here.
Want you to fall in deeper. 보여줘 너의 미소. We're doing a rendezvous, baby, right now. I keep dreaming it's not enough. I pick you up every time we do. We play cause we know this feeling's new. I've feeling up, down, girl, since I met you. Oh no. Swimming over Malibu, I guess it's true. The fight is of time is you. Swimming over Malibu, it's overdue. Cause the baddest of them is you. Swimming over Malibu, I guess it's true. The fight is of time is you. My love, my love, my love. We'll take it by the show. Cause I want you right here when you're calling out. Just tell me you want it more. Do it night and day. Make your body sway. And now I'm floating in your ocean eyes. Hypnotized. Falling right head over heels. Still lost in your ocean eyes. No surprise, it's you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Swimming over Malibu, I guess it's true. The fight is of time is you. Swimming over Malibu, it's overdue. Cause the baddest of them is you. Swimming over Malibu, I guess it's true. The fight is of them is you. My love, my love, my love. Oh, 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 oh. Cause your love is all I need. Oh,